Hello, ladies and gentlemen, crypto deep divers. Welcome back to Weekly Crypto. Today, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin and I will touch on Tezos as well. Of course, I'm going to talk about the coronavirus. And unfortunately, this is just the beginning. And actually, I start warning to my families and friends since last Wednesday. And when everybody's still making fun about this coronavirus with the beer. But anyway, so before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop or token swap. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, library.tv, bitchute.com. Library.tv, you can earn the library token and just by joining and also watching video. This is a decentralized YouTube and it's time to decentralize because of the potential censorship from, big company. So also, if you haven't installed the Brave browser, you can check it out and you can also earn basic attention tokens as well. If you're interested, you can click the link below. That will help out my channel. So let's talk about Bitcoin. So people are saying that, hey, this coronavirus is good for Bitcoin. It's going to pump the price and all that. But the thing is, if you look at the big picture, I don't think so. Because if it's a global epidemic coming up, then this will affect the economy and people is not going to invest in risky asset. For example, stock market, and of course, Bitcoin is considered as a risk asset, and they're going to be risk off. If you see the stock market, I think they're pretty. S&P, I think right now is going down. I think I will suspect that they will go down even further. For the Asian market, the Hang Seng Index is already dropped substantially, and I suspect they're going to drop further. And right now, this is already getting very serious. It's an epidemic to me, but somehow the World Health Organization haven't announced a global pandemic, and I suspect they're going to announce very soon. But there's a lot of politics involved. If they announce a pandemic in China area, all the travelers from mainland China has to be quarantined for 14 days before they can continue on their journey. I think it's better to do it that way. It's safe for the humankind. You don't want to spread like wildfires. And don't forget, this virus can spread even without symptoms. You don't even know that you're a carrier because you don't have any symptoms like fever and some people or coughing or whatever. Maybe I don't know. So this is very dangerous because if you have symptoms, you go to the hospital, you get quarantined, you get treatment, but there's no treatment anyway. This is a flu. It's not like a virus. It's not like a bacteria. You have antibiotics, but this is virus. There's no cure anyway. But they only give you supportive care. At least they go to the clinic or go to the hospital. They got they know that they get diagnosis. They got quarantine. They wear masks, to protect other people and as well, and more high vigilance. But right now, you cannot. There's no symptoms when they spread the virus, right? So that is very dangerous. And don't forget, before the lockdown, and let's look at this. So don't forget when so right now the case in Wuhan they say is only 4,400. I think yesterday is around 1,009, right? So unfortunately, this is an exponential growth. Just like crypto, this will be exponential. Based on the epidemiology model, this is like one person who got infected, one individual who is infected can spread to 4 people. But I think this is a pretty conservative estimate because what about those super spreader? Super spreader can spread more than 4 people. They can spread maybe 8 people, I don't know. Because based on the experience from SARS, those super spreader can spread like a lot more people. Maybe I don't know the exact number, but the thing is at least SARS, you have symptoms. You know that you're sick, right? But here, this coronavirus is even more dangerous because you don't know you're sick. You're already spreading the virus like wildfires. And don't forget, before the lockdown of Wuhan, 5 million people already left Wuhan. Those 5 million people can be potential spreader. So, but based on the model, based on the epidemiology model, is like can spread to 4 people. You're talking about like 20 million people across the country, around the world, potentially have this spreader, and this will go exponential, because it may not be, may not be all 20 million people the carrier or spreader. Maybe you can say maybe 10 million, but then how about the exponential nature, right? So if you take into consideration of the exponential nature part, that is more scary. So that's why this thing is just the beginning, and this will go exponential, just like crypto. So this is so unfortunately, and this is bad. So this is a pandemic. I don't know if you still remember the 1918 pandemic, the Spanish flu. 15 million worldwide people were dead, and 1/3 of the world population is gone, basically. And this virus is pretty severe. It's a very virulent, and when it's like the mortality was very high to young people, less than 5 years old, younger than 5 years old, 20 to 40s. The high mortality in healthy people. Maybe I will make a video about why high mortality in young people. This is very interesting. I will talk about that in my next few videos. But for this virus, let's see. For this virus, the coronavirus, they just have published the article a few days ago about the clinical features of patients infected with 2019 novel coronavirus in Wuhan. So this one is different. The median age is 49 years old and mostly male, and less than half of them had other comorbidity conditions, for example, diabetes, hypertension, or cardiovascular disease. So if a person has a comorbidity condition, doesn't mean that they will get coronavirus. They will get sick. I mean, this is not good, because you will say, hey, they already have compromised immune system. That's why they will get sick. But no, less than half of them had underlying disease. That is crazy. So the median age was 49, and this is based on the first 41 patients in Wuhan, and I think 27 of the 41 patients has exposed to the seafood market. Of course, they are not selling seafood; they are selling exotic wild animals like I don't know, bats or cocoon or whatever. I don't know what they're selling over there. This is insane. This is the 21st century. They're eating stuff like that. This is insane. This is so barbaric. This is ridiculous, man. And the common symptoms, when they develop symptoms, they have fever, they have cough, they have fatigue, and let's see, they also have headache, stuff like that. So some coronavirus patient, they vomiting while they're waiting for treatment. So it's very highly contagious. So another thing I want to mention is I think one of the Beijing professor, I think he's an infectious disease specialist, went to Wuhan hospital. He wore a N95 respiratory mask, and he still got infected. And the reason why he got infected is because he did not wear goggles, and those virus get into the mucous membrane, into the eyes, and he got eye inflammation, and then he got fever. That is very highly contagious. So those droplets can be survive on the surface, probably on the doorknob, on the elevator button. We don't know how long they survive, maybe 24 hours, some say up to 5 days. So basically when you are going outside, pushing elevator buttons or all that, make sure you wash your hand or don't touch it with your hand. So touch it with your ankle, ankle, or I don't know, whatever. Don't touch it, I guess, or wash your hands. That is ridiculous. I mean, so next up, we are going to talk about Tezos. So right now, there's another project. They're going to switch over from Ethereum to Tezos. This is Vertalo. I don't know what is this. Vertalo. I think it's a company that they issue digital security, manage data for broker, dealer, issuer, custodial, exchange, blah, blah, blah. So they're going to switch over to Tezos. So they already have the ability to convert ERC20 token to Tezos smart contract. So that's pretty cool. So this go to Tezos as well. But the thing is that Ethereum, they have so many projects. Just one or two projects go to Tezos. I don't think it's a huge deal. So we'll see. We'll see. So we'll see. But Tezos, I like Tezos as well. Anyway, so so this is talking about the how does this new coronavirus spread? The spread is through the droplets and the contaminated surface, and of course possibly airborne, because if you inhale those droplets, then you may get sick depending on your immune system. If you have a good immune system, maybe you can fight it off. But if you don't have a good immune system, probably you'll get infected. And the thing is, in general, they are spread through close contact, 3 to 6 feet. And basically, the sick person coughing or sneezing on someone, then you may probably get it. And based on the preliminary information, and if you have direct close contact with another person, you have 83% chances you will get infected. And I forgot to tell you, based on the Lancet article, out of the 41 patients, I think they have 15% mortality, and this is pretty high actually, because SARS is, I think, is less than 10% mortality. So if a person infected admitted to the hospital, that person potentially have a 15% mortality, and this is not good. So basically, don't rub your eyes, your nose, and all that. And I guess, I don't know. So just protect yourself and make sure you have enough sleep. Sleep is important for your immune system. Vitamin C, vitamin D, and maybe eat some raw onions, ginger, garlic, stuff like that, or apple cider vinegar. I don't know. This is just prophylaxis. I mean, at this time, no need to panic. Depending on what area you are at right now. If you're in North America, in Europe, in Australia, or in New Zealand, you don't need to be panicked. But if you're in Asia, you got to be very careful, because, and especially I think people in Hong Kong has to be careful, because there's a lot of mainland Chinese going to Hong Kong. So just depending on where you are at right now. So depends. So just stay safe. I mean, make sure you don't rub your nose and all that all the time. Wash your hands frequently. And another thing is the flight from Wuhan heading to San Francisco, now going to Southern Cal. And I think they are going. I mean, this make perfect sense, because why you send all these potentially contagious people to San Francisco, which is highly densely populated area? They have metro system, people use public transit, and this is I think it's a good thing that they are not going to go to San Francisco. They go to Alaska first, Anchorage, Alaska, then they go to Ontario, California. That's a good step for them. This makes perfect sense. Seriously, they send it to San Francisco, really. I mean, this is insane. But they changed their mind, I guess. I guess a lot of people probably talk about it, and they changed their mind, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think the safest place right now is in North Korea. Remember North Korea? They make a very they stop everybody going into their country, basically. I mean, this makes perfect sense, because they may not have the healthcare system to deal with it, right? And one thing I want to point out, this case is very underestimated, is because of the test kit. They ran the hospital in Wuhan. They ran out of the test kit, and if you are not in the test, if you don't have a test kit to test it, so this will not be in the system. So this is very, very underestimated right now. And what I heard, that not many people can get a test kit. I think the test kit is only for people who work in the hospital, who have relatives in the hospital, or you're the government official, you can use the test kit. And regular people, you are really lucky to have a test kit to test it, whether you are positive for the coronavirus. And a lot of people die, maybe die of some other condition. I don't know, maybe respiratory or some other thing. They're not including in this number, is because they don't have a test kit to test it, and they already burned those. They already buried the victim. They already burned the victim. I mean, they already, anyway. I don't know. they already cremated the victim already, so we don't know. So they already I don't know. This is just insane. But anyway, let me know what you think about this whole epidemic. I would love to hear from you. And in the meantime, you don't need to be panicked at all. But the thing is, depending on where you're at right now. If you're in Asia, I think there's a lot of panic. But if you're in North America, I think you should be fine for now. Just do basic safety hygiene. But at the end of the day, I could see this thing could spread like wildfires, but right now it's already wildfires, right? It's already spread to 14 countries, and here is almost 90% of the provinces already got this Wuhan virus. So if you're in China, probably panicked. But the thing is, just try your best to stay safe, okay? And yeah, that's all you can do. And there's no drugs or whatever that can help you. Because this is a virus, this is not bacteria. So you have to make sure you get enough sleep, exercise, vitamin C, vitamin D, and all that. I'm not a medical advisor or a professional, so you should ask your doctor how you can protect yourself as well. So if you find this video helpful, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel. Also share with your friends. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop or token swap. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. Actually, I tweet a lot about this virus thing long time ago, even though before the mainstream media talk about it, I guess. And people are very, I don't know, people are very just last minute. They're very, very reactive. They are not proactive to things. They are reactive to all these things. I mean, guys, you got to be proactive, right? You anticipate all these things is going to happen. So just try to have a plan on how you can deal with it. So you can follow me on Twitter, library.tv, and stay safe. And also, please comment below what do you think about this coronavirus, and what do you think, how does it affect the price of Bitcoin? And the thing is, right now, everybody is so worried about the health. Who has the time to do Bitcoin, right? I guess maybe the whale has time, right? I don't know. Anyway, please comment below. I would love to hear from you. That will also help my ranking in YouTube. And remember, crypto deep divers, we the people take control of our money. Stay wise, stay safe, peace. I'm not a financial advisor. Investing in cryptocurrency, stock market, or commodity can has inherent risk. Please use due diligence.